Hi there folks, Borderslav247 here with another Days Gone video from my ambush camp series, where I focus all my attention on one specific ambush camp. And on this video, it is the WAGON Road ambush camp that gets my full attention. Right then folks, welcome to Ripperville, because this is the Iron Butte region. The WAGON Road ambush camp consists of 20 rippers. The location of this ambush camp is basically in the far northern area of the Iron Butte region. And this particular camp is actually pretty much the gateway into getting into the Iron Butte region from the northern section. And a lot of fun ways to take out this ambush camp, folks. So, I want to show exactly whereabouts it's situated on the map. That is it right there. And over the course of this video, I am going to show 4 very good methods to take out this ambush camp. There's going to be an optimal method, a sniper rifle method as always, there is also a very nice horde method, and finally a residue bolts method, so let's do this. Right then folks, as always I like to start with the optimal method. And the first important piece of information to let you all know about is the direction of the attack. I am starting from the south. There is only 2 ways to access this particular ambush camp, the north or the south, and trust me when I say the south is the far easier way of doing this. Now, I'm going to also be using 2 weapons, the IDF pop and also a sniper rifle, the Talon 7. Now, although I don't use the Talon 7 extensively in this particular run, that will come next, there are 1 or 2 long shots that do require a sniper rifle, but everybody has one at this point in the game, so I am going with the Talon 7, but if you have a better sniper rifle, like the BFG especially, good God, use it. It'll make this job even easier. But anyways, that's the first one taken out. I'm looking for the next ripper. Yep, normally walking from right to left. So just wait till they're a little bit closer, and then I'll just let them walk into the site. And very nice. Now, I'm going to take out the first ripper in the camp that has a sniper rifle. There is actually 2 of them, but that is a nice easy kill. But from here, I'm moving to my sniper rifle to take out the next 3 rippers with sniper rifle shots, and you'll see why. This next one especially, long range shot, but I want to take out the 2 rippers that are over on this particular side of the camp. There is one more that you haven't seen yet, and is basically patrolling the other side of the cave section where I basically shot the first one, but I am purposefully leaving that ripper, and for a very good reason. You'll find out later on about that. But anyhow, now I'm moving over to the other side of this camp. The next 4 rippers I'll look to take out in a very specific order. The first one is right up here in the direction that I'm heading, and I always use that tree as just a very nice means of cover. So there we go, that is a nice easy kill. Now, of the next 3, one of them is going to be a sniper rifle shot, but I'm looking ideally to get this one out of the equation. So again, just letting them walk into the shot, very nice. Now I'm looking for the ripper that is on the top left of this area. You normally only get a glimpse of the head, but that's all I need to see. Now the next ripper is on the bottom ground level, and very nice of them to actually make an appearance there. You sometimes have to wait a little bit longer to get that shot in, but yeah, they're helping me out tremendously there. So it's on to this section here. Now the next 2 shots I want to make with the sniper rifle. In fact, these will be the last 2 that I use the sniper rifle for. So the first one, for obvious reasons, I want that ripper out of the way. Now that ripper over there, I'm not concerned about, because as long as you're quiet, they never turn round. Now, the next ripper is over on the far side here. And in this case, I am going to have to wait, but that's all good. By using the sniper rifle here, I am limiting the risks of being spotted, because there are some rippers over to my right.
Son of a bitch.
Anyhow, at this point, I've taken out 12 of them. Now, this next one, I want to move.
What was that?
And given that this is the direction that I'm going to be going to in order to get the next ripper, yeah, this works out very nicely indeed. So, this one I'm not even going to bother with gunplay. Stealth all the way. Now, from here, I'm heading back over to that cave section on the other side. And for very good reason. Now, I've killed 13 rippers at the moment. And the magic number is 14. Now, here is the reason why I have left this particular ripper until this point in time. Because once you get 14 kills in this ambush camp, yep, you guessed it, if you've seen some of these other ambush camps, you'll know what's coming. There is a bunker in this particular cave section, and yep, there is going to be no less than 2 rippers that are going to be coming out of here. The first is a heavy, hence why I'm not getting beside that bunker, because even with the executioner skill, you can't take that particular heavy out with stealth. But the next ripper that's coming out of this bunker, you most certainly can. Now, given that there is only a desk down there and 1 bed, God knows what those 2 have been up to. Go figure. But anyhow, at this point, I've only got 4 rippers left, so I'm going to basically head over to the other side, because of the 4 rippers that are left, 3 of them are on the high ground, and you have 1 patrolling the bottom section on the other side of the camp. By basically heading back over this way, I am going to get the element of surprise here. And I'm going to go about this matrix style here. I'm just going to arm myself with a focus cocktail, and I'm just going to go in fast to take out these first 3. Here we go. Right. Focus on. Number 1. Number 2. And yep, that is the second ripper with the sniper rifle, who has not featured because I've taken out the camp the way I have. And the last one here is oblivious. And there we go. That is job done. The last thing that I have to do is to find the bunker. And given that I've already been over to the bunker, yeah, it's a nice easy job from here.
See if they get an underground.
So as always, once I basically get into the bunker here, because I am playing on Survivor 2 difficulty, I'm basically going to activate the survival vision when I get down to the bottom, because that is the only way to briefly bring up the minimap when playing on Survivor 2. So down here, quick press, there we go. The minimap shows you exactly where you need to go in order to properly open up this ambush camp. And that is it. Job done. Okay, on to the sniper rifle option. Right then folks, as always, I like to show a sniper rifle option. If you're going to take out the camp with a sniper rifle, or predominantly with a sniper rifle, this is how I suggest you go about doing it. The run is very similar to the optimal method, because obviously the optimal method works, but taking out the camp with the sniper rifle will make the job a little bit quicker. Now, worth knowing that the sniper rifle that I'm going to be using, the Talon 7, only has 15 bullets, so I do have to take out some of the rippers by other means. So yeah, the rippers at the very beginning are going to get it with a different weapon, and in this case I'm actually just going to use the SMP-9. As always, make sure that you have a suppressor on the weapons that you're going to be using. I always recommend that you actually apply the suppressors before you start your attack. Now, because these ones are such close range, yeah, these ones are all game just for quick kills with the SMP-9. But from here, now I'm going to go to town on the rest of the camp. So these 2, they are both safe to take out with the sniper rifle. I do not bother taking out any of the others from the other side, because you are in danger of alerting the camp if you do. But from here, yeah, this is where the sniper rifle comes in so handy. I can basically take out these targets from a much greater distance very safely before moving over. Okay, nice. But at this point, I do have to move, because the next ripper that I'm looking to take out is actually obscured by that fence line over there on my right. So I'm just looking to get in a position where I can take the shot. And there we go. That will do nicely. So from here, it's a little bit of deja vu, because the next 2 shots are the exact same ones that I took with the first run. I'm just making sure that there are no rippers over there that can actually see my position. Okay, nice. And as I mentioned before, that Ripper there over on my right hand side, as long as you're quiet, they will not be alerted in any way, shape or form. So again, it's this one over here, and I don't have long to wait.
Let's do this. Come on, you murdering son of a bitch.
Okay, nice. Now, I did take this one out before with stealth, but I'm actually going to use the SMP-9 on this occasion. Just want to make sure that there is no Rippers nearby that particular one. So, yeah. From here, it's the same as before. I'm looking to get over to the other side of the camp now. Because again, I've taken out 13 of the Rippers, and 14 is the magic number before the 2 Rippers that are in the bunker make an appearance. So, just being a little bit cautious here, because sometimes the Ripper that is in this cave section can be patrolling this particular side of it. But not a problem on this occasion. So I am going to take out this Ripper with the sniper rifle. However, the next 2 that are due to come out of that bunker, I'm going to take out the heavy with the SMP-9. Very fast firing, so I'll get off a shitload of shots here. Now, although that heavy does actually manage to get off a shot, because I'm taking that heavy out from this section, the rest of the Rippers that are still on this camp are far enough away that you're in no danger of alerting the camp. Now, this last part is where things change a wee touch, because I've got the sniper rifle to use. I'm not even going to bother going around the other side, because I've got a very good line of sight for all 3 of these. And at the moment I'm only actually seeing 2, but obviously I'm going to go for the Ripper with the sniper rifle first. That one is there, and I can only assume that the 3rd Ripper has moved over to a different position. Not very often they do this, but it does sometimes happen. So, there we go. That Ripper has basically taken up the position of one of the previous Rippers. However, this job is just about done, and there we go. There is the last one, as always, completely oblivious to what's happening.
How do you like that, huh?
And that is
Being
it, job
ambushed,
done.
you like that?
The sniper rifle option is just basically a take on the optimal method, as they normally are when I do them. It's the sniper rifle option always has some subtle changes, but because the optimal method is usually so good, why change a winning strategy? So again, at this point, the last thing I have to do is to basically open up the camp properly.
All marked up, yeah,
And there we go, job done. Okay, time for a little bit of craziness. Here comes the Horde option. Right then, folks, when I say there's a bit of craziness coming here, I say it for good reason. Because the Horde that I'm going to take over to the Wagon Road ambush camp is none other than the Iron Butte Horde. Now, as you can see, it's a little bit of a trek here. It's actually well over a kilometre away. But unlike the rest of the Hordes in the game that are very territorial, the Iron Butte Horde will follow you from one end of the map to the fucking other as long as you stay in sight. So let's do this. This is overkill because the Iron Butte Horde is 300 strong. This Horde will absolutely decimate any ambush camp that you happen to get them to. That is, of course, when you finally get to the ambush camp, because that is the only problem with taking out this particular ambush camp with this particular Horde. It is a long journey to get them to where you need them to be. So, I am going to show the journey in full, but I am going to speed up the process a touch, so here we go. Now, over the course of this journey, I will point out, and you can see this on screen, that I do take out quite a number of the freakers with the SMP-9. It just keeps the Horde's interest. However, it doesn't detract from the fact that I will have more than enough freakers to get the job done, because the Iron Butte Horde is a very large one. But I'm just about at the destination now. So, here we go. Let's do this. This ambush camp is fucked. Now, as I start to get closer to it, yep, there is the Ripper with the sniper rifle. So I'm going to get off the bike, and from here I'm going to try and direct the Horde as carefully as I can. And very interesting to know, because most people that are familiar with the Days Gone game will know that the Rippers do not attack Freakers. This is very handy, but at the same time it creates a slight problem. You do have to make sure that you get the Horde following you right through the entire camp, because you're not going to hear anywhere near as much gunfire. And normally the only gunfire that you do hear is when the Rippers are aiming at Deke. That is when they're not going fucking full on crazy with fucking dousing themselves with whatever it is and fucking running at people with a fireball. So at this point I'm looking, yeah, I want a stamina cocktail in place, and I also want a health cocktail in place. And fucking hell, I'm making an absolute pig's ear of doing this, but anyhow, yep, I'm past that lot. Yeah, I'm taking 1 or 2 hits, but that's okay. I'm just wanting to make sure that the Horde follow me all the way down this area. And holy shit, it appears one of the Rippers is following me down this area as well, but I'm never going to see that one again. So okay, at this point it is now just a waiting game, and I shouldn't have too long to wait, because there's only 3 more Rippers that need to be taken care of, and this is one big ass Horde. Now, this is one of the few disadvantages of employing this method to take out this ambush camp. Normally, if you shoot the Freakers from a Horde, you will not only reduce their numbers, but you will also get Freaker ears. That unfortunately will not happen with this particular Horde, because if you take the Iron Butte Horde outside of the Iron Butte Ranch area, all of a sudden any kills will not count towards this Horde, and you will not get any Freaker ears, so do remember that. So, at this point in the proceedings, you normally have 2 options. The first one is, you can actually get Deacon from here to head towards the Belknap region, because you're right beside it. From there, find the nearest area that you can get Deacon to have a sleep, change the cycle from day to night. Then if you return to this ambush camp, guaranteed this Horde will be gone. Then you can just head to the bunker, open up this ambush camp properly, and that's it, job done. Or you can do what I am now about to do, and that's run the gauntlet, because I've got no intentions of heading to Belknap. I simply want to get over to the bunker, so here we go. Yeah, there are still quite a lot of their numbers here, so at this point, yeah, it's quite prudent to use a stamina cocktail. And bloody hell, come on Deacon. That's just bloody annoying when that happens, but thankfully I got away with it. So from here now, I should be able to reasonably safely get over to the bunker area. Now, I do know I can climb up a spot there on my left, but I'm taking the slightly longer route because I'm trying to lose the line of sight with these Freakers. And yeah, unfortunately I can see I've not done a very good job, but they will start heading up towards this high point here, so I can use that to my advantage, get off that area very quickly, and just make my way through this cave section here.
There it is.
And I will have to be quick about this here, because the Horde is not far behind me. Yeah, just in the nick of time. There we go. That is the job done and dusted. So, all I have to do now is, as usual, just head over to this area here. Activate this map section here to open up the camp properly. And what I will also take the time to do here is, before heading out of the bunker, I'm going to get Deacon to have a sleep, change the cycle from day to night, and that way I know that when I basically come out of this bunker, there will be no Freakers about. They will be gone, guaranteed. Now then, while I'm taking care of this, there is some other information that I want to point out, because a lot of people will be very aware that there is another Horde that is an awful lot closer to this ambush camp than the Iron Butte Horde. And you'd be right. This particular Horde is the Twin Craters Horde that resides in the Belknap region. But here is the problem with that Horde, folks. Basically, if you start trying to get that horde towards this ambush camp, you will lose a lot of their numbers because, like most of the hordes in Days Gone, they're very territorial. Once you get them out of their particular area that they go about in, they start to lose interest. And the Twin Craters Horde is no exception. I have managed on one or two occasions to get a few of their numbers over to this ambush camp, but their numbers are so few that they never take out the ambush camp in its entirety. So that is why I do not use that particular horde. Right then, folks, for the last run, I'm going to show something that I haven't shown very much of in this series so far, and it is the Residue Bolts option. Now, I'm going to be attacking this camp, again, from the south. It is by far the safer option. And I'm going to bring up exactly what is required to produce these Residue Bolts. Now, basically, I do have the luxury of a drifter crossbow. Everybody at this point, when they get to the south, will have this. And this is what you require. Cedar sapling, 1 nest residue, and 1 scrap. And every time that you use one of those items each, you will create 3 residue bolts. So I already have 6 at the moment, and I can produce another 9 should I need them. You very seldom need more than 7 or 8. But here we go. Let's get the action started. So I'm just waiting for this residue bolt to take full effect, and then I'm going to wait and see what this ripper actually does. Because sometimes this ripper will start firing from this area here, but sometimes, and that's exactly what this one is doing, they go to the bottom level. But that's okay. That one is well out of the way now, so I'm going to take the time to hit the ripper that has the sniper rifle. And yeah, at this point, just checking where that first one is that I hit. Head back down here, just want to keep in cover. And yeah, I'm just going to watch this action unfold. Won't be long, because usually the rippers will come over here in large numbers.
One down.
Very nice, here we go. Now once the action does get going, believe it or not, I tend to look to try and hit the rippers that have melee weapons. And here we go. Fireball heaven. Yep, I've got a few over there. I want to keep the action going, so I will fire off a residue bolt every now and again when the action looks like it's starting to die down a bit. Now, I will point out as well, if there ever gets to a point where there is quite a number of the rippers that are together, yeah, I'm going to use a Molotov. I'm not going to use any explosives because that's potentially going to alert them to the fact that somebody else is around. At the moment, all they're doing is killing each other. But you start using grenades and pipe bombs, yeah, you're going to get a little bit of unwanted attention. So, if you are going to use anything, just do like I did. Use a Molotov. Napalm Molotovs are overkill. I wouldn't bother using one of those. Definitely like to keep them for the hordes, but yeah, again, this is going very nicely so far. Now, there's no point in using another residue bolt at the moment because now their numbers are small. There's only 2 of them fighting away here, so very nice. That ripper's doing a very good job, so yep, the fact that that one's moving over to the other side of the camp means that this side now must be pretty barren. So when I head up here, I ideally want to know just how many are left, and I should get a prompt fairly soon on screen. There we go. Okay, that's half the numbers taken care of. Now, as I pointed out before, the magic number for this camp is 14. So I really want to think about now heading over to this section, because I know the heavy is going to be coming out of that bunker fairly soon. And of course, the heavy, yeah, there is a residue bolt with this guy's name all over it. Because once this heavy gets hit, that's it. This heavy will take out the rest of this camp. No trouble whatsoever. but I do need another couple of kills. So one of the slot over here is going to have to get hit with a residue bolt in order to keep this going. Yep, I'm looking around and I can't see any of the rippers that are actually under the influence right now. So yep, I've definitely got to do something, and let's see if I can make this shot.
Ammo left.
Nice. Okay, I can get back in here now, and hopefully I will get the 14 kills required. I will already get a guaranteed 13 kills because the one that is under the influence will eventually die, even if he or she doesn't kill anyone else. That is the beauty of the residue bolts. Guaranteed, the one that you hit every time, they are dead eventually. Whether it's a case of they get killed by another ripper, or it's just a case of the residue bolt stuff is in their system for too long, yeah, they will eventually die. So, right, I need to be thinking about getting ready for this one now, because that is 13. Yep, again, unfortunately, that one didn't do a very good job at all, so I'm going to need one more kill. Or at least one more under the influence. You know what, this one will do nicely. And yep, that is me. I have had... So at this point, I've actually used 6 residue bolts at the moment, but that is close to 3/4 of the camp taken out. So as you can see, they do a very good job, these bad boys. And now it's quite literally a waiting game. Here we go. Now for the Ripper Heavies, I always look just to get a residue bolt in the upper torso section because they don't really have that much protection there. And from there, I'm getting out with their sharpish. And okay, that's slightly unexpected. I didn't expect to see a Ripper in this section right now. But that's okay. Do you know what? I'm just going to use another residue bolt just for the hell of it. And as long as I stay out of sight and keep quiet, yeah, this lot should basically just take care of things for me here. Yeah, I could do with one of the Rippers taking care of this one. Okay, yep. That one's done for. Now I'm moving. Yeah. In this area now is not a bad place to be because they're basically all out there now, and highly unlikely that any are going to come back in here. And okay, that was a mistake. I did try a very long shot there with residue bolt, but it's okay, doesn't matter. This lot are going to get it. There is only 4 left. The heavy is still in play, and he will eventually die, but you'll take out the rest of them first, guaranteed. The heavy here, as all the Ripper heavies usually are, they're basically packing MG45s. There is no other Ripper in the camp that has one of these. Well, the trouble here is he's a hell of a bloody bad shot, so... However, it's just a waiting game. As far as methods go, it's certainly a much more hassle-free way of taking out this camp than some of the methods that I have shown. So it's definitely a good viable option. And okay, the heavy is now, by the looks of it, on the ground section. The lower ground section, I should say. Come on. I have had runs where the Rippers have taken each other out a damn sight quicker than this. But, however, it's The time part of it is not the main issue here. It really isn't. It's just basically taking out this ambush camp safely. And this has been pretty safe. I've not had to do much. Okay. At this point, I'm starting to get a little bit impatient, so trying to guide him over here so that I can just take him out normally, but that may not even happen because that Ripper has been under the influence of the Residue Bolt now for some time, and it's just a matter of time before he dies.
Camp's clear.
And there we go.
Feels being on the other end of it, yeah.
That is it. Job done.
All right. Where did
So,
you hide
as
the
always,
body,
just
huh?
one thing left to do.
I know you got one.
Locate the bunker.
There it
Down
is.
we go.
Down
And
there.
then just properly open up this ambush camp. And it's a very good one to take out because this really is the gateway into the
Looks like
the Iron Butte region from Belknap. So, and there we go. That is the Wagon Road ambush camp well and truly taken care of. And that brings me to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, folks, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Take care.